Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. This is round 3 of the ECMX Supercross Championship. Um, and this was a tough race to come into just because I know everyone's pretty fast here, and this is a very one-line track. There's not much separating players from each other just because everyone can hit everything pretty good. It just kind of comes down to staying focused and be consistent, I feel like. And man, just avoiding the chaos in the first couple corners because that whole shot turn is pretty tight. But we got a pretty stacked field today. We got some heavy hitters that weren't here last weekend, like Nezra and Junior Spirit. So those guys will be in the mix today. So we got our work cut out. But let's get into it. And the gate is about to drop. So loading into the main event, I was really hoping I wouldn't get the inside or the outside gate. But unfortunately, I did get the outside gate, so I was feeling a little uneasy at this point. Didn't want to get bodied in the corner. We didn't have a good jump anyway, so we're just kind of hoping and praying at this point. Luckily, we snuck through the inside and avoided all that chaos. Plugged inside there, so no one came in for our front wheel. Luckily, got a good drive and beat Rick to this inside corner right here. But I see a lot of people bar baiting back there, so at this point, I just need to take advantage and break away from the pack. Don't want to make any huge mistakes though, because if I go down right now, I'll be in the middle of the pack just like that. So while we got to clean air, just gotta make some clean laps, not any huge mistakes. I know we got some heavy hitters in this race, like Junior Spirit is back, Nezra's back, so kind of want to break away quick while those guys scramble back there and hopefully don't get clean air anytime soon. We only got a couple seconds right now, so whoever's in second, which I believe was Mello's number 99, which I saw that right there. It's like, alright, so I gotta put in a pretty fast heater right now to break away even more. Mello's pretty strong in these first few laps, so I didn't really want him to catch me, and made a little mistake there. Did not really help my case, but I was sweating it too much. Just don't want to make any huge mistakes where I go down and lose that much time. This track is pretty tough, so it's like you don't want to override it or get too experimental with the rhythm sections. You just kind of want to do what the track presents to you, So if it's like right here, a lot of people jump all the way over. I just kind of do the step on, step off. I feel like it's a little faster. Or even right there, people triple in and triple out, but you have to brake real hard to make that corner. So I just kind of double and quad out. And I feel like you just kind of carry momentum a little bit better. We just ran at 107.8. We're feeling pretty good. We're doing consistent lines, so we're not really too worried. Got 7 seconds, 9 seconds already on lap 3. Those right there in second. Nezra climbed up to third, so saw Nezra was climbing up there. So I didn't want to back off too much because he is capable of coming back from that far and catching you. So I didn't want to make any huge mistakes. So we are coming into lap 4, still under about 109s with the lap times. 12-second gap between me and second, so feeling pretty confident, trying to avoid huge mistakes like that. But we didn't lose too much time, so we're not really too worried about it. But man, this track is kind of tough in that way too, it's a narrow track compared to most of these tracks on this game, so if you hit a corner a little bit too hard or you get a little cross-rutted, it's really easy to go into the evils. But man, at this point, I was feeling pretty confident that I had this race under control already. So I was just kind of running my laps. It was just kind of time to zone out and put in my lap times and break away as much as I can. So we are coming into lap 7. We got about a 17-second gap at this point. Nothing to worry about. So from here on out, I just pretty much run my laps. I got to race under control, no pressure. I'm still making the gap. I made a pretty big mistake right there, but other than that, it was pretty smooth sailing at this point. So here in quite a few laps, I'll check back in. So got about 25 seconds between me and second place, which I think Melo's still hanging on there. We're a little past the halfway point in this main event, so we are not even sweating anything. We're just kind of riding our ride, putting down our laps, and don't really have a care in the world right now. Just kind of having fun playing the game. I mean, not to sound so full of myself, but I kind of expected to have a little bit of closer battle just because everybody was so similar speed leading up to the main event. But man, these main events, it is kind of a mental game coming into these things. And if you don't have a great start, you gotta be calm with yourself and not worry too much and just try your best to push through. But it's really easy to make a lot of mistakes when you start to get frustrated. So it looks like there's some pretty good battles behind us. I'll say that 99 Mellow up there in second is holding on, and Junior Spirit number 225 has came through the pack. My MXO Honda teammate, same was Think Razor, also coming through the pack. So those guys are trying, but man, I think I got the jump on everybody in the first few laps and just put down those fast laps and broke away pretty quick. So pretty much for the rest of this race, I just kind of cruise down and make the gap a little bit bigger and brought it home to the finish line, man. So I'll check back in the next few laps. So we are coming to the end of lap 19 with a 40-second gap between me and second. So, and this race has just kind of been on cruise control for the last 10 laps. Just kind of been running 109s, 110s, not pushing it. So this race has been fun in that way. I do want to give an honorable mention to Junior Spirit and Think Razor. I know they had a very, very bad few first laps, and that can just make or break your race. I know my time is probably coming with bad starts. Hopefully not, but I've been pretty lucky these past few rounds. But this last lap, we are just kind of cruising to our third win in a row. We got a pretty healthy points lead. I think we got 15 points ahead of second, but I'm sure I'm going to miss one of these rounds coming up soon, so I know they will close up. Do a little knack with the fans, just kind of a little victory lap. And also, again, huge shout out to Kelmonger and thank you for putting on these tournaments for us PlayStation players, because we haven't had this for quite a while. So it feels good to be in the tournament scene again and racing with the boys, so it's been fun. And I will post the link to his Discord and Instagram page in the description of this video, so please check it out once you're done watching this. But again, please like and subscribe if you guys like this commentary stuff. I will post raw footage of just the whole tournament later on, so be sure to check those out. But thanks. Peace.